It is spring in the Netherlands. The air feels fresh and lightly sweet, carrying the scent of flowers warmed by gentle sunlight. The sky is open and pale blue, and the breeze moves steadily across wide fields of color. The family arrives at Keukenhof Gardens. Rows of tulips stretch in every direction: scarlet, golden yellow, deep violet, creamy pink, and bright orange. Each row is carefully arranged, forming long ribbons of color that ripple softly in the wind. Mom and Dad pause at the entrance path, taking in the view. Mom?
It feels like we just stepped into a painting.
Dad?
And somehow, it's even brighter in real life.
Max stands still at the edge of the first row, nose lifting carefully as he studies the air. Max?
There are at least 5 distinct floral scents here. Possibly more. I may need additional time to analyze.
Luna steps forward along the marked walkway, lowering her nose near a cluster of soft pink tulips. The breeze brushes through her fur as she inhales quietly. Luna?
They smell gentle, like something calm and happy at the same time.
Bella looks out across the rows of flowers and immediately breaks into enthusiastic movement along the designated path. Bella.
There are so many tulips, I don't even know where to start.
Her excitement contrasts with the quiet order of the garden, but her joy fits perfectly within the colors surrounding them. Mom and Dad begin walking slowly along the pathways, careful to stay within the garden boundaries. Gravel shifts slightly beneath their steps. Max moves with deliberate precision, placing each paw carefully to avoid brushing against the delicate blooms. Max?
We are clearly visitors here. Proper garden etiquette is required.
Luna pauses occasionally, lifting her head to feel the breeze and listen to distant voices and soft rustling petals. Luna?
It's peaceful in a different way than the castle was. Brighter, but still peaceful.
Bella continues weaving along the path ahead of them, her energy steady and joyful. She turns in small circles, occasionally stopping to admire a new row of color before moving again. The fields seem endless. Mom raises her camera. Click. Max stands beside a deep red row of tulips, nose slightly lifted. Luna peers gently from near a lavender patch, the colors framing her face. Click. Bella is captured mid-movement, ears lifted, expression wide with delight. A nearby tourist smiles as they pass. Tourist.
That's one way to truly experience the tulips.
Several visitors wave or offer quick greetings, charmed by the trio moving through the rows with such curiosity and enthusiasm. The garden feels welcoming. Mom lowers her camera briefly to adjust the settings. When she looks up again, Bella is no longer immediately visible along the path. Mom?
Bella?
Dad?
Bella?
A faint rustling sound carries from a nearby row. Petals shift slightly. Then a familiar voice calls out from within the colorful maze. Bella.
I found something amazing.
Mom and Dad move closer to the edge of the path, careful not to disturb the flowers. A few seconds later, Bella reappears from between the rows, fur lightly dusted with pollen and one bright orange petal clinging near her ear. Max studies her closely. Max.
You appear to have explored beyond the approved perimeter.
Luna.
Or maybe she just found a small piece of adventure.
Bella.
It was like a tiny tulip fort. Completely worth it.
Dad gently adjusts Bella's harness to guide her back onto the main walkway. Mom brushes the petal from her fur. Balance is restored. The afternoon light begins to soften as the sun lowers slightly in the sky. Long shadows stretch across the rows of flowers, deepening the colors. The family gathers near the exit path, standing together at the edge of the fields. Dad slips his camera back into his bag. Dad.
So, windmills next? or bicycles?
Mom,
Maybe both. And I heard there's a calf that floats on the canal.
Max straightens. Interest immediately sparked. Max,
A floating calf sounds structurally fascinating.
Bella, Lala,
Do floating calf-s serve snacks?
Luna.
New places always feel like they're waiting for us.
The breeze moves once more through the tulip rows behind them. Their day in the fields feels complete. But the city waits. Behind them, rows of color stretch quietly under the fading sun. Ahead, canals reflect the sky. Bicycles roll across narrow bridges. Ducks drift along calm water. The tulips remain where they belong, rooted, bright, and steady. And the family walks forward, carrying the color with them in memory. Their Netherlands journey has only just begun. Moonlight reflects off the canals of Amsterdam. Narrow brick buildings lean slightly toward one another, as if mid-conversation. Bicycles move steadily along the streets, bells chiming softly as riders pass. Near the edge of a canal, Mom and Dad stand outside a cheerful bike rental shop. Rows of bicycles line the storefront. The shopkeeper helps prepare their selections. One bike is fitted with a sturdy front basket. Another includes a cushioned trailer attachment. A third features a secure mid-frame perch. Shopkeeper.
Smooth ride, soft seats, and the best views in the city. Your pups are ready to roll.
Max is gently lifted into the front basket. He presses one paw against the edge, testing the stability. Max.
The structural integrity appears acceptable. I approve of this arrangement.
Luna is guided carefully onto the mid-frame perch. She studies the two wheels beneath her with quiet curiosity. Luna.
This is certainly a new perspective. I suppose we'll see how it feels.
Bella settles into the trailer behind Dad's bike. The enclosure allows her to see everything while remaining secure. Bella.
Are we moving yet? I already saw a duck and we haven't even started.
Helmets secured and harnesses checked, Mom and Dad begin pedaling. The ride begins. The bikes roll smoothly into the Jordan district. Cobblestone streets stretch between rows of narrow canal houses. Flower boxes overflow from windowsills. Calf tables sit outside along the water's edge. The steady rhythm of pedals turning blends with distant conversation and the soft ring of bicycle bells. Max sits upright in his basket, eyes forward, observing each building carefully as they pass. Max.
That building at 10 o'clock has excellent shutters. Very authentic. I believe it deserves further documentation.
Luna keeps her balance comfortably, glancing between the canals, the bridges, and the steady flow of cyclists moving around them. Luna.
There's something peaceful about the way everything moves together here.
Bella shifts inside her trailer, turning her head left and right as pedestrians wave and other cyclists pass. Bella.
Hello? Hi? Bonjour again. Oh, someone has a snack.
The city feels alive, but unhurried. The family continues pedaling. They steer toward Vondelpark, where wide green lawns stretch between winding pathways. Fountains ripple quietly in the distance. The air smells faintly of grass and early spring blossoms. The pace slows slightly as they glide along the park path. Max scans the landscape thoughtfully. Max.
That bench appears historically significant, or at least comfortably placed. Either way, it is noteworthy.
Luna relaxes further into her perch, the breeze brushing gently against her fur. Luna.
I like how open this feels. It's calm in a different way.
In the distance, several dogs play fetch on the grass. Bella spots them immediately. Bella.
I see new friends. I repeat, I see new friends.
Dad maintains a steady pedaling rhythm, keeping the trailer secure and on course. The ride continues smoothly back toward the canal path. The canal path narrows slightly as they return to the water's edge. Boats drift quietly beneath low stone bridges. Up ahead, a duck waddles onto the cycling path. Duck!
Quack!
Bella's attention locks instantly. Bella?
Duck alert! I'm prepared to initiate friendly engagement.
She leans forward eagerly inside the trailer as the bike approaches. Dad adjusts his grip and slows his pedaling slightly, keeping balance steady. Dad?
Easy there, Bella.
The duck remains completely unbothered, stepping casually aside at the last moment before the bikes pass. No collision, no chaos. Just one slightly disappointed pup, watching the duck continue along its way. A short distance ahead, Mom and Dad guide the bikes to a gentle stop along the canal. Water ripples softly beside them. Mom turns slightly toward the trailer. Mom?
You're not racing the ducks today, sweetheart. Max blinks slowly from his basket.
Attempted communication with a quack-based species requires patience.
Luna.
Maybe next time we just observe from a comfortable distance.
Dad?
Don't worry, Bella. I have a feeling we'll see plenty more ducks.
Bella.
I was very prepared to make a good impression.
The moment settles into laughter rather than chaos. They mount up again. As evening approaches, the light shifts warmer. The sun lowers toward the rooftops, casting golden reflections across the canal water. They stop once more near a narrow bridge. Boats glide quietly underneath. Bicycle pedals click against cobblestones nearby. For a moment, no one speaks. The city hums gently around them. Mom, how about a waterside calf next? Bella?
Does this calf include snacks?
Luna?
Someplace quiet would be nice.
Max?
Preferably with a clear view of all waterfowl activity.
Mom and Dad exchange amused smiles before turning the bikes toward the canal-lined street. 3 pups, 2 wheels. One unforgettable ride through Amsterdam. And the evening is just beginning. In a city built on canals and movement, the journey continues with every turn of the pedals. Wheels spin. Water reflects the fading sun. And each wag of a tail marks another memory in motion. The adventure rolls on. Late afternoon light settles softly over Amsterdam's canals. The sun casts a warm glow across the water, turning reflections into ripples of gold and amber. The family walks along Herengraft. Cobblestones shift lightly under their steps. Tall, gabled homes lean slightly toward the canal, their windows catching the fading light. Tree branches stretch overhead, leaves moving gently in the breeze. Mom gestures toward one of the upper floors of a narrow house. Mom, look at that pulley system above the window. They used those to lift furniture into the upper floors. Dad walks slightly behind the group, maintaining a steady watch as the pups move near the canal's edge. Dad, let's admire the water from here, team. No swimming invitations today. The water remains calm. A faint bicycle bell rings in the distance. They continue strolling. Luna lowers her nose near the mossy edge of the canal wall. The scent of damp stone, water, and faint boat fuel lingers in the air. Luna.
It smells like something old and interesting. Maybe with a little bit of adventure mixed in.
Max approaches the edge more cautiously. A single leaf floats along the canal's surface, drifting steadily with the current. Max.
Object identified. Leaf. Risk assessment minimal. Observation complete.
Bella spots a passing boat further down the canal. The vessel moves slowly beneath a nearby bridge, laughter carrying faintly from the deck. Bella, Ma.
Are those floating houses? And are there dogs on that boat?
Her tail moves rapidly as she watches. Mom gently shortens Bella's leash to keep her a safe step back from the water. Mom, let's keep those paws on solid ground, sweet girl. They pass flower boxes filled with bright blooms and narrow stoops leading down to houseboats resting quietly along the canal walls. The city feels calm rather than hurried. At a small stone bridge arching over the canal, the family pauses. Below them, the water glistens. A paddleboard glides by with a family standing steadily on board. At the front, a golden retriever sits proudly, balanced and alert. Another boat hums gently as it moves beneath the bridge. Dad rests his hands along the bridge railing. Dad,
It feels like the whole city moves with the water instead of against it.
Mom,
And everyone seems welcome here. Even the ones with wagging tails.
the pups gather close near their parents. Max lifts his nose toward the breeze coming off the canal. Luna settles near Dad's foot. Bella watches a floating calf across the water, eyes focused with interest. The moment lingers. They resume walking along the canal path, moving at an easy pace. Dad looks around at nearby pedestrians, several of whom walk with leashed dogs of their own. Dad,
I like how dogs are part of everyday life here. On trams, in cafes, just part of the rhythm of the city.
Mom nods as they walk. Mom,
It works because people respect the space. Short leashes in crowds, cleaning up after them. It keeps it welcoming for everyone.
the pups continue forward calmly as bicycles pass with gentle warning bells. The canal reflects the sky above, steady and undisturbed. The message settles quietly among them. Respect makes room for everyone. The sky begins to shift into soft pink and gold tones. Warm light stretches across the rooftops, and the canal glows like polished glass. Mom points toward a narrow alley branching off the main canal street. Mom,
Tomorrow, we should explore some of the hidden lanes. Maybe even find that floating market we read about.
Dad smiles as they walk. Dad,
Only if there are stroopwafels involved.
Max lifts his head slightly, intrigued. Max,
I would like a formal introduction to this stroopwafel.
Luna tilts her head thoughtfully. Luna,
It sounds promising.
Bella gives a small bounce beside them. Bella,
If it's food, I'm in.
they continue along the canal as the last of the daylight fades behind the rooftops. Amsterdam hums gently around them. As they stroll onward, their silhouettes stretch across the cobblestones beside the shimmering canal. This city moves with quiet confidence, through water, through wheels, through shared space. And as the evening settles in, Amsterdam feels less like a destination, and more like a place that made room for them. The adventure continues. Evening settles gently over the canal. Lanterns flicker to life along the waterfront, casting warm reflections across the water's surface. The hum of the city softens into low conversation and distant bicycle bells. The family approaches a small terrace cafe beside the canal. A round table sits beneath string lights, just close enough to the railing to hear the water move. Chairs slide across stone as Mom and Dad sit. Leashes are gathered neatly. The pups settle close snacks beneath the table. Luna beside Mom's chair, Bella on a cushioned mat near Dad's foot. A light breeze carries the scent of roasted coffee and cinnamon pastries. Mom,
Finally, a chance to sit still.
Dad,
I don't think there's a better view in the whole city.
the canal drifts quietly behind them. Boats move slowly past. their lights reflecting like small stars on the surface. The day begins to exhale. Drinks are placed on the table. Steam rises from Dad's cocoa. Mom's mint tea releases a soft herbal scent. A bowl of water is set on the ground for the pups, along with a small plate of dog biscuits. Dad lifts his mug. Dad?
I still can't believe Bella tried to negotiate with that duck.
Bella.
It was a friendly approach. I had a strategy.
Mom.
You launched yourself like you were joining a regatta.
Max.
For the record, I advised caution.
Luna.
It was impressive enthusiasm, though.
Soft laughter blends with the low murmur of nearby diners. The sky darkens another shade. Max lowers himself comfortably beneath the table, chin resting between his paws. Luna remains close to Mom's chair, posture relaxed. Bella stretches out on the cushion, body loose after a full day. Lantern light flickers gently across the cobblestones. Dad sets his mug down. Dad.
Tomorrow we head somewhere new. Another city. Another story.
Mom.
I wonder what they'll notice first. The smells? The sounds?
Max.
I intend to document everything properly.
Luna.
I just hope it has a quiet corner somewhere.
Bella.
I hope it has snacks.
The canal water laps softly against the stone edge. The calf grows quieter as evening deepens. A boat glides past beneath the bridge. The moon rises above the rooftops. Reflections ripple in silver and gold across the canal. No one at the table speaks for a moment. The stillness feels earned. Mom looks out over water. Mom.
It's peaceful in a way that feels rare.
Dad.
Cozy wonder. That's what this is.
The pups remain close, breathing slow and steady. The day settles fully into memory. Eventually, chairs shift as Mom and Dad stand. Leashes are gathered. The pups rise and stretch before moving toward the cobblestone path. Lantern light glows behind them as they step away from the terrace. Bella looks up expectantly. Bella.
Is it morning yet?
Max.
Statistically unlikely.
Luna.
It will be soon enough.
They walk along the canal as the city hums softly around them. 3 pups. 2 parents. 1 city that welcomed them. And tomorrow, another adventure waiting just beyond the next turn.